have a name that look like butterflies and Hennessy. I'll trade it up for happiness, but joyful don't remember me. Sitting on my phone, waiting for him to call me. He said he knew my name. Shame on me, fool me once, shame on me.
What's good, YouTube and my fellow humans? It's your boy Damon checking back in with another reaction, and today we got NONAME. I'm not gonna lie, she's left us in the dark for a while. Her last album was in 2018, Room 25. Some of my favorites off of there were Self, Don't Forget About Me, Ace, of course, who don't know Ace, and then Part of Me. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all long weekend with it being Labor Day, man. And I hope that y'all are staying hydrated as well. Come on now, I'll wait for you. Let's check out the fit a little bit, man. I got a special edition for y'all, stay tuned. The Ari Lennox long sleeve with the flannel, you mean cargos, whoop-de-whoop. Look, peep the back though. You know what I mean? Come on now, look. Shout out to Dukes for that. NONAME is very unique. How I would describe her sound, it's kind of like spoken word over a beat at times. You guys will understand what I'm talking about with that. Very witty and very slept on wordplay wise. I think the way she raps, combining her tone and her complexity of words, can kind of be a lot to digest on the first listen. But with this album, I'm super excited to see what route she's gonna go as far as the sound. With that being said, today we're covering her album. It's called SUNDIAL. I want to address the features. There's a lot of them. Stay tuned. We got Jametta Rose. We got Voice of Creation, Jay Electronica, Aaron Allen Kane, Aoni, Silk Money, Billy Woods, and Common. I'm only familiar with like 2 of those people, so love when bigger artists bring smaller artists or relatively smaller artists on their project, just to kind of get them that look and that exposure on a sound that will benefit them, you know? But yeah, man, no more talking, man. Let's get right into it. NONAME, SUNDIAL, track number 1. Oh my God.
She's a shadow walker, moonstalker, black author, librarian, contrarian. The state say we dare, we say we not. That's my bitch, I believe my sister there. Yeah, she is a Wilson till my castaway. Shaggy beard, aftershave, prickle chin, that's okay. Gender is dimension 1. We live in dimension 4. The floor became a drifting in and out of consciousness like the rappers do. She a rapper too.
Bro, first of all, Black Mirror was crazy. Can we all agree on that? How it sounded, to the context of it. And that's one of the tracks where the first listen doesn't give it enough justice. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just a lot going on, a lot of moving parts in the background, a lot of what she's saying, and I was trying to kind of keep the title in my mind as I'm listening to what she's saying. But as far as like the whole grand scheme of the verses, I didn't really pick up on it. For this to be the first thing I hear from her in 5 years, well, she dropped song 31, 32, and 33. As far as on a project, crazy. That like tropical sound. I didn't know where she was gonna go with that immediately, but I mean, turned out phenomenal. And there was this part when the second verse started, and in the background, I don't know if you guys heard it.
Until my castaway, shaggy beard, aftershave, prickle chin, that's okay. Gender is dimension 1.
Fire track, bro. That might be one of my favorite NONAME tracks as far as I'm concerned. But I mean, yeah, let's go on to track number 2.
I hope you understand, everybody scams. A little Peter Pan, paranoia, polygram, tell the truth. In the booth, feed the drug. Couple ops bleeding out real heavy. Cop City, ATL, kill ready. For now, you was with it, but benefits was added to the account. I can't we can scapegoat everything. We can penny pinch the homie for defending the dream. A simple of thing, like any mean niggas that kill their team. Say the gun did it, wrong with it. White man, the front man, the whole vision.
Hold me down. Come on, bro. Another one. It's something about somebody that's just talking about something relevant just gets me for real. Thinking about it in my mind, some of my favorite albums are ones that were like activist-y type of rap, like whether it be All American Badass, whether it be To Pimp a Butterfly. Like albums like these are so boom, like in your face, and as far as what they're saying, and it's like stuff that we know that's going on in the US and just life in general, the way they put it and the way NONAME writing poems on a beat. And I'm definitely gonna bring clips to you guys. Stay tuned on the YouTube shorts that I break down like certain lyrics of songs and certain parts and what it meant to me and what I think she's trying to interpret. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But on to track number 3.
Yo, when I was monumental, I was tatted up and bad as fuck and dreaming of scenarios, but serotonin laughed at us. Psilocybin with the hybrid that he couldn't pass it up. Coochie cutters in the concert with the lights on, maybe on the moon. I cried balloons, they black and blue tonight, and I throw me in the back. Dark album, like tell me that your homie dead, your mama dead, your brother bled along the street, the corner where the Walgreens and White Castle is. Ooh, yeah, we know that you miss him, and if you sing about his sister, then we buying a ticket for real. Front row center.
Y'all, hold on. Did y'all hear that part right there? She was saying how I was just alluding to this. Your homie died, your depression, and boom, boom, boom. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. We still buy a ticket to it, and it's this cycle. And stuff that like we know as humans is very prevalent, and that's not really right. But if you think about some of your favorite songs and favorite albums of all time, I would argue that they're probably from a sad place, from a depressed place. Think about Trap Soul. This is the album that came from just a dark place in his life specifically. A lot of the great albums that we like, I think it's unfair of us as consumers to beg these people to recreate these sounds, but they're not going through the same thing. They're living better and doing better, but we crave that sound so much that brought us in as a consumer, as a supporter. And I think it's just a bad cycle we get into, myself included. Fun fact, I love Saba. Saba's one of my favorite artists, probably top 3. Care for Me came from a very vulnerable place if you're listening to what he's saying and the stuff in the song. When he does those upbeat, happier toned songs, it kind of rubs me away. I like it because he can rap. A part of me's that sound of Care for Me will just always just hold dearly to me. And I understand that it's unfair, but I mean, it is what it is, bro. And the fact that she touched on that was beautiful. Yeah, man, on to the next one, track number 4.
Tell me, baby, what you see. When you close your eyes, can you still feel me? When I'm out the line, do you still choose me? With actions and words, do you put me first? 'Cause I'm not dead, I'm alive in you. Fuck what they said, what they never do. Flowers blue. Now he wanna be one of me, honey, be inside my pot. Smoking my crock pot, ready to foxtrot, beatbox and kick rocks. Really, kick rocks. Really, I'm independent, but steadily flip-flops. I do thought, fuck what they taught, fuck what they teach. Baby, call me the Georgia Peach. Free, for real. Boom, boom, clock a tick.
Oh my God, bro. First of all, I want to say Ayani's feature was fire. It was so important on the track. Like, she really set the tone to start. Sounded really good. I like how they kind of used her laugh at the end of NONAME's verse, because she said something that was a little funny.
Fuck what they teach, baby, call me the Georgia Peach. Free, for real. Boom, boom, clock a tick.
Oh my. Beautiful track. This is what you call like timeless music. But with songs and projects like these thus far, you can literally listen for something different every time and be like fulfilled. You can listen to how it sounds, what they're saying, rhyme patterns. It's just a bunch of different like umbrella of stuff that you can listen to. It's simply just really good music, man. On to track number 5.
People say they love you, but they really love potential. Not the person that's in front of them, the person you'll grow into. People say they love you, but they really love potential. Not the person that's in front of them, the person you'll grow into. Yo, if you were just a little bit more pretty, wrote a little bit like Kenny, you have a life worth living, you would be a happy one. You would be a happy one. Knock potential, nobody answers. Knock potential, I don't get no fuck. Knock potential, nobody answers. Nobody answers.
Potentially the interlude. Honestly, I think that track is genius. Just because of how she did it. First of all, it was an interlude. There was no potential about that. And it was treated as so. And what she was saying is just so powerful. It's so simple. It's such a simple concept, but it's really real. Like, people say they love you, but they only love the potential. And she was saying, knock, knock, potential. Nobody answered because I don't give a fuck. Music like this is such like an aha. It flips a switch on in your brain about stuff that is so right in front of you. It's so hard to explain, but on to track number 6.
Itty bitty titty committee, the world with me, a girl with me, and I don't even really like pussy. That's a homie. Tony Island, call Poseidon. Cry me a river, you can cry me a metaphor. Go Beyonce, go. Watch the fighter jet fly high. War machine gets glamorized. We play the game to pass the time. Go, no name, go. Coachella stage got sanitized. I said I wouldn't perform for them, and somehow I still fell in line. Fuck, I never need no name. I got a little bit of love in a memory lane.
This song, Namesake, really fun track from the sound of it, but I was actually listening to what she was saying, and it was deep. It was like, go Rihanna, go Jay-Z, go Kendrick, go Coachella, go. But it's like they're just using them for their name. We watched the Super Bowl, and it's just namesake for the namesake. We're fueling the war power and the people that we don't want to fuel by watching these Super Bowl but it's so normalized that it's just like, why wouldn't you watch the Super Bowl? Why wouldn't you go to Coachella? Why wouldn't you? But it's so counterintuitive. It's so deep. She was just saying how she told Coachella that she didn't want to perform for them, but then she still ended up doing it because it's normalized, and it's like, why not? Why wouldn't I? Why? You mean, like, it's just, damn, bro, this is crazy, bro. On to track number 7.
Take a trip with me to the beauty supply. Plenty of feminists in me, don't bet no. I support the black business, no compromise. A lot of stuff say this is so love to braid my hair down and masquerades because I just want to be the love of my life. Says new identity, same enemy. Me when I believe I'm prettier with my weave. When I can see the forest behind the trees, I'll be free, I'll be free, I'll be free. The plantation to drive us home. Hallelujah, out of life a white bitch while I rock a toupee. Cosplay new identity.
Again, Beauty Supply is probably my favorite track. It was very easy to follow as far as the sound goes. What she was saying. Let's break down the song, okay? Let's take a trip to the beauty supply to get this stuff to add to my appearance for my self-love. And it's like, it's counterintuitive. You're adding this stuff, the weave and the this and that and whatever for you, not really, you know? She broke it down better than me. I understood like exactly what she meant, but it's just really hard to grasp it and spit it back out on a first listen. And she's saying so much. It's like, if you don't go listen to any of the tracks, please listen to that, especially if you're a woman, because I think that message right there is so powerful. On to the next track, man. Let's get to it.
He like toxicity. My recipe could get that pussy to drip with that drip in the hood. Good riddance and good dollars making him feel better. Fuck better, want better, making me love more. I could almost be wifey, but I ain't light skin enough. Quiet as kept, your dick is mid. Quiet as kept, I don't want your kid. She can have him. Send up a preference. Really, it was me, see? I gave my energy to he. I doubled back to knitted hats, I couldn't pass the Mickey D's. Really, it was me, see? I tend to like the simple things, so we don't have to work on us. We intimate, we think it's thieves. I stole your time, you stole my time, we'll never get it back.
I mean, Toxic, this album, I don't even know how to put this into words, like how good this album is. And I understand why it took 5 years, okay? The concepts that she's touching on and how she's touching on and how she's going about putting it all together. And it's like, bro, we live this shit every day. The beauty supply, Toxic, is like, these are patterns and stuff that our subconscious is not trained to pick up on anymore because it's like so normal. And it's like very eye-opening. It's very, very eye-opening. I completely, wholeheartedly understand that this type of music isn't for everybody. Not everybody likes to dive and really like dissect music like this. I love it. And I know there's a lot of people that do. So especially if you've ever been in like a toxic type of situation or relationship, this is a song that I think is worth a listen, that I think will be like a aha, or like a, damn, she just described my whole look, you mean? So on to the next one. That beat is
esoteric, generic, zombie chasing a carrot, a ferret on solid ground. Remembers a hound dog, don't bark at the sun. This is doggy dog world, she got family to hunt. It's that time I'm sending little books to little bears. Money on the commissary, solitaire, remember king of home. The phone is a shotgun, the mailbox a possum. My letters play dead as they watch from the stock room.
I'm not gonna lie, that song probably had the best production on the album as far as my type of sound that I like. As far as the content matter and what she was saying, it was really, really difficult for me to follow. As far as I heard like a couple punchlines and a couple little witty flips here and there, but as far as like the whole thing, I'm definitely gonna go back to that one because the production was so good. So yeah, on to the next one, gospel.
Make believe, mustard seed, move the mountain, assume the outcome is safety and permanent housing. I run with a falcon, a tree spotted, saw me accounting. I'm about to get these white. Yeah. The storm will come, but best believe the sun will shine.
Come on now.
So if we put up a fight,
I think gospel sounded really good. I really like the feature from, I don't know, there's a bunch of people in there, so I really like the features. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like running out of brain capacity for this album. With that being said, on to the last track. Let's get right into it.
sacrificial lamb, scam the church, the whole world berserk. The product is a perk, Cirque du Soleil. Monkey see, monkey do. Clown on the avenue, clown in the stew. No navel, no nipple, no. Please spin me round and round. Please leave me in the lost and found. I'm bound to tell it too. A life I knew forever too. Easily offended, I need a minute. Sorry, opinionated Atari niggas play too much. I'm that bitch. You sound like cat piss on popcorn. Eat the popcorn. This is Tubi, nigga.
Vivian, hear me win. Cold-blooded amphibian, son of Gideon, through the city win. I blow songs to the world, blow up.
Okay, that was the album Sundial by NONAME. I really enjoy this album. You guys know a little bit of my music taste, but I really love hip-hop, alternative hip-hop and conscious rappers and stuff like that, and this just falls right into that category for me. That's the vibe that NONAME gives me. It's like at times it feels like an audio book. So much complexity packed into what she's saying. She's just spitting knowledge at you, and it's like better than any book that you can read, you know what I'm saying? Because it's an actual human experience. With that being said, my top three were Black Mirror, which was the first track, Beauty Supply, the one in the middle that was talking about how women do this and that and this and that to their exterior, hoping to cure their interior, and it's just kind of counterintuitive, you know? And Toxic, the track right after that, it kind of hit home for me. It was very easy to follow as far as the content matter and how it sounded. I think you guys should definitely go check out NONAME's discography. She's a phenomenal artist, and 5 years, I'm completely satisfied with this album. I understand why this type of music takes 5 years. There's so many layers, it's so complex, it's so deep. Like the concepts that she chooses to touch on and how she touches on them, it's just, it's really good. Like her pen is just ridiculous. Link in the description for this album specifically. Please go check this album out if you're like a hip hop head and you like to dissect music and stuff like that like me. Is really worth the listen. All of my socials will be down there as well. Talk to me, I talk back. Send me songs, albums, I'll review them, and the whole nine. Stay tuned this week. I'm definitely doing a public interview. I don't know what question yet, but that will be dropping this week. I just kind of had to get some courage to do it, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, stay tuned for that. You guys have a great rest of your night, evening, and day. Enjoy you guys this day off tomorrow, Monday. And always remember to control what you can control.
Fee-fi-fo, cigarillo, I'm shaking up with the trees. I keep the leaf in the middle. I'm more than these hotel rentals and dental bills added up. I'm the Kennedys out for lunch with a